Celtics are now tied for the fourth in the East with the Sixers. Kyrie can become a free agent at the end of the season, and he hasn't set in stone if he'll be back in Boston next year. Former Celtic Antoine Walker was on First Things First this week and was asked about Kyrie's future in Boston. Take a listen.
Do I think he's going to stay? No. I believe he's going to leave. I think Kyrie's has shown us it's not about necessarily winning championships with him. I think New York is probably the place that presents the best option for him for what he wants to do. With the shoe deal he has with Nike, the individual where he could be a star there going back home. I just don't think he's a true Celtic. You know, it's like when you're a Celtic, you kind of want to be there. Mm-hmm. I played there 7 years of my career. I saw Paul Pierce there. I know how true Celtics are. I don't think Kyrie's yet a true Celtic and believes he's a true Celtic.
Ooh, he's not a true Celtic. Chris, what do you think? Is Kyrie getting too much heat?
Well, I'm going to give Antoine the benefit of the doubt and say he means it in that he doesn't think Kyrie's heart is into being a Celtic. I don't think he's saying Kyrie doesn't have the makeup, the game, and all that of a true Celtic. I'm just going to give him that credit. However, that other people talking, all the rumblings, yes, Kyrie is catching too much heat. I know, Greg, you're going to say they're better without him because they're 9-2. Well, guess what? Toronto is 13-3 without Kawhi Leonard. Are they better without him? Are they better without Kawhi Leonard?
Are we talking about Toronto?
Okay,
no,
that's a no. That's a no. All right. Look, Boston can be good, really good without Kyrie. We saw that the other night in Philadelphia, against Philadelphia. But they can't win a championship without him. And in Boston, it's about titles. They have more than anybody else. That's what it's about. Kyrie Irving is clutch. He is a winner. He, along with Ray Allen's shot in Miami, are arguably the two biggest shots in NBA history, certainly in modern day NBA history. And he hit it with ice in his veins. When you're playing with the best player in the world, and the best player in the world goes to you at the end of the game, you know you a bad boy. Kyrie Irving is also at his best in the biggest moments, as I just explained, but against the best teams. This year, against Golden State, he drops 32 and 10 assists. This year, against the other juggernauts of the East, Philadelphia, 40 points, 10 rebounds.
Preach, Chris.
Against Toronto, 43 points, 11 assists. Against Milwaukee, 28 and 7, all W's. Yes, if you want to win a championship, you need Kyrie Irving, and no one knows that better than Danny Ainge. And with all due respect to Antoine Walker and his shimmy, all right, Danny Ainge knows more about being a Celtic than Antoine Walker. He won championships in their hallowed years in the 80s, and he built a championship team recently with the big three.
And only a handful of guys have ever done that,
right,
one as a player and as an executive.
And Danny Ainge, for all the talk, for the gaudy 9-2 record without Kyrie, for all the talk that he might be leaving, he is dead set on we are bringing back Kyrie because he knows, yes, Rozier's a nice player. Yes, Marcus Smart's a nice player. But if I want another ring, I need a super.
Sometimes somebody can be dead set on what they want, but if you don't want it, doesn't mean it's going to happen. What Antoine Walker is simply saying is what we all see. Like, we don't know if Kyrie really wants to still be there next year, moving forward. I'm not saying all you said, great. Statistically, great. I believe that they are better without Kyrie Irving. And simple reasons for this. I'm not going to give you all the numbers. I gave you those numbers yesterday. But when you look at a Celtic team and you look at the dynamic that they have without Kyrie Irving, I'm not saying they don't have fun with Kyrie Irving, but they're more included. When you watch them play the other night, on the bench, guys excited, involved, really, it's like they're playing even more, giving more for one another because they understand this is what we had to do last year. And this is, we got far and we got deep into the playoffs last year without Kyrie. And now we have a Gordon Hayward, an additional scorer and an additional defender. So we have this nucleus of talent we don't necessarily need Kyrie. We're not saying he's not a great player. We're not saying he doesn't provide all those numbers and all that flash. But can he win a champion? Can we just win a championship because of Kyrie? And you're telling me we can't get it done without? I don't.
Yes,
these guys don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Well, we saw it last year when they were up 2-0 against the Cavaliers.
You keep talking.
Why?
You keep
because
going to that.
That's
you keep
fact.
going to that.
They were up 2-0,
But you're
Greg.
not. But
they were up.
And you wouldn't.
But
You couldn't use one of the arguably best clutch player in the world.
I'm not
in that moment in Game 7.
I'm not gonna just accredit that to just them not having Kyrie Irving. They were without Gordon Hayward as well. Let's not make it seem like Gordon Hayward was not this attractive.
He was gone though after.
I understand all of that, but he is back now, and so they do have him without Kyrie Irving.
But
so
Greg,
they're not a better team.
But Greg,
they're not any better because with the addition and the acquisition and the activeness of Gordon Hayward right now, they're no better.
But
They can't. He's not a superstar, and that's what you need to win.
And
I mean,
Chris,
championships.
With all the numbers you put up, Kyrie against Golden State in the finals averaged 28 points against the best team going. He knocked down the game-winning shot. And yes, he is that guy. You keep talking about, hold on, Greg, the end of the year during the playoffs. Chris, remind me when they started the year with Kyrie, his first year in Boston, they ran off 14 or 15 wins to start the season with those young guys. Don't tell me he can't play with them. And that they can only play without him? Don't you remember that?
They couldn't play with him.
Hold on, during this recent stretch when he was going off for like 30 points and 10 assists a night, they were 6-1 with him. So they look good. You're right. They pounded Detroit last night. They're a very good team without Kyrie.
But don't they also realize
get to the pinnacle?
Listen,
you need.
And Greg, they realize
where you're going, and you're talking about what he did alongside LeBron James and against the Warriors. The style of play fit Kyrie even more. This is a different style of play. This is a different system in Boston. This is more of a team-oriented, team-driven, not an ISO. But we stand and watch you, and then you get us involved when you feel like it.
Is it about winning or style points?
It's about winning.
About everybody,
and
like
they're winning without him.
But you're acting like it's a CYO game. Well, everybody got to play. We used all 11 guys, and that's great. It's about winning the game, and they're winning.
Without him.
No, but they win without him.
They do win with him.
They win with him. It's not like they're.
But their percentages of winning are better without him.
No, I just think that Danny Ainge understands what it takes to win a championship. And that's why Kyrie, if he really believed that he already had the pieces, why would you make a deal to even get him? Greg, he knows it deep down. He can't win. It's like LeBron. You like these young pieces,
he
Chris?
made the deal.
He knows he can't win.
He made the
Doesn't
deal.
he know? He knows it, Greg.
He made the deal to get Kyrie, but he also made the deal to get Gordon Hayward. So now they have Gordon Hayward still on the hardwood, still playing and performing with all these other guys, and Kyrie is out. Nobody's saying that Kyrie is not effective and that you can't win without him, but they are proving that they are winning without him, and they are better.
This is what it boils down to. Can Gordon Hayward be the best player on a championship team?
He doesn't have to be the best player.
Did anybody on that team outside of Kyrie Irving, can they be the best player on a championship
team? Jason Tatum, no doubt in my mind. You say he can't?
Right now, maybe. Look, I like Jason, so maybe down the line.
It's the same thing that happened last year in the playoffs. We saw Jaylen Brown's game elevate. Why? Because they had to. They were put up to a challenge, and they stepped up to the plate. This is what Brad Stevens does with talent. He brings it and he elevates it.
But they don't win with Brad Stevens when he goes up against other teams that have star players. He doesn't win. Give me the championship that he won in college without a star player.
I don't want to hear this college.
Why?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the college.
All of that. And last year, Game 7 in Boston, what did they do? That young, rah-rah, all these guys, what did they do? They missed 27 three-pointers. They weren't ready for the stage or the lights. They weren't ready.
He hit one.
Yes. He would have hit two, Chris, and they would have won the game.
Gordon Hayward would have hit one or possibly two as well.
Well, let's see if Hayward can get back to what he was. I don't know what he did last night, but
he had what, 18?
26 the night before.
He had, if he stays around that 18, 20, 22 points a game, we're good because we know Jason Tatum is going to get us buckets. Marcus Morris is going to get us buckets. We have so many guys that can get us buckets. Al Horford's going to get us.
But it boils down to this, because, again, with the Celtics, with Danny Ainge, it's about championships. It's not about being in the hunt. It's not about winning the East. It's not about getting, to the finals. It's about hanging banners. And look, I'm with you. Like, Boston is really tough. And I said yesterday, they would beat Philadelphia without Kyrie, with or without him. But to win a championship, you need that superstar. And that, by the way, is also why Danny Ainge is going to throw everything he has at Anthony Davis.
Because he knows it.
He knows you need that caliber of player to win titles. That's what it boils down to.
Greg, just because you have a green suit on today.
If you just want him to be good, Greg, that's all right.
No.
But if you want to win championships, you need Kyrie.
Look, ain't nobody winning championships other than Golden State, so why are we talking about championships?
To have a hope and a prayer.
Oh, so now you just want to have a hope and a prayer.
You got nothing.
They got a hope and a prayer.
Guys, don't worry. We're going to revisit this topic when Brian Scalabrine joins us in a little bit. But for now, should the Bronco fans still have faith in John Elway after yet another failed quarterback experiment? We'll discuss.